cash back, points to buy things, reward miles. You know, sometimes these are the reasons why you sign up for a credit card in the first place. But there is a bill making its way through Congress that some say could make all of these rewards just disappear.
A bipartisan group of senators trying to limit interchange on credit cards, and simply put, that interchange, every time a consumer swipes a credit card, the merchant pays a fee, and that fee allows you to get points, cash back, purchase protection, fraud protection, etc.
Brian Kelly is known as the points guy. He's made his living off of being an expert in loyalty programs and how best to use them. Well, just recently, this article about the legislation that he was just talking about was posted on his website, detailing how the law could impact consumers. And it's called the Credit Card Competition Act. And basically, these senators are saying, like Visa and MasterCard, they're in control, and they want retailers to have more of a choice of how the payment gets processed and then how much the retailer is charged for it, which could then in turn change how the credit card offers you points, rewards, cash back.
Well, that doesn't sound, because we all love our points and our rewards, of course.
We do,
right?
We do.
I don't know. I don't know what to say.
Well, part of it too is that, you think to yourself, small retailers, right? They're, sometimes saying, these fees are really too tough on us, right? And we have to maybe pass them on to a consumer.
Yeah.
Have you seen any of those kinds of signs?
Even just thinking about when you go to a gas station, right? And there's a price for if you pay in cash and a price if you pay in card. And I've seen a lot of small businesses, especially very small
businesses
mom and pop businesses that will charge a different price.
Right.
Yeah.
And so they're saying, hey, this price is just too much and we're going to have to pass it on to the consumer. So this kind of law would change that. But I asked the points guy, I'm like, well, then why can't credit cards just find a different way to make money and still give you the rewards at the same time, right? Because doesn't that make everybody win? And he said a decade ago, a similar law passed with debit rewards. And listen to what he says happened.
This happened about a decade ago with debit rewards. Senator Durbin effectively killed debit rewards overnight. For sure, banks will be able to find other ways to make money. In the case of debit rewards, we saw free checking go away almost overnight.
And so, his point is the consumer is going to pay for it somewhere down the line. And it all depends on whether you care about paying for the fee or whether you care about losing your rewards.
Yeah. Something right there.
I don't want to lose the rewards.
I know.
Because I was going to say, I'm always looking. So, for example, when I go to Sephora, I really love Sephora so much, and they always have those benefits of the rewards and the points, especially as many times as you shop there there all the time.
The other thing that they say could happen is if they change how the payments are processed, right? Now Visa and MasterCard, they control it, right? And the fee goes to them, and it goes to their bank, and it's checked by their bank and that kind of stuff. That if they let some just third-party random, thing do it, that maybe some of the fraud protections would also no longer be there. And yet, okay, so here's the thing. If you want to keep the status quo and you want to keep your rewards and your points the way you want, you can tell your senator how you feel by going to this website. It's called handsoffmyrewards.com, and you can learn about the issue. And when you scroll down, you can put in your name and your address. And what it's going to do, it's going to automatically send the senators in your state an email saying that you don't want the Credit Card Act to become law. But you can actually change what it says in the email thing. So if you have another point that you want to make, you can do that. And I've put a link to this in the Who Wants to Know section so that you can do just that. Awesome.